be nice, be conversational. A whole family care approach, building trust, building humility. So you have to practice your presentation. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Dr. Umer Khan, and I have a special for people applying to pediatrics. And this is going to be answering, tell me about yourself. This is going to be a concise, to the point, conversational answer. Actually, I'm going to give you 3 answers in this one video. I actually have loads of videos on my YouTube channel for all specialties, lots of videos. I think I have the most questions and answers on YouTube, so check out my channel for all specialties. Now for this first answer, this will be related to community first. You will develop a connection with kids and simple health habits. This is what I call this first answer. So Dr. Khan, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, please? Okay, thank you, Dr. Smith. And you do have my CV, so I will look to mention some other aspects of my life. I am the middle child of 4, so I became the family peacemaker early on, very early on. I used to actually settle who gets the last slice of pizza or what movie we will be watching. And down the line in college, fun fact that I did take a gap year to volunteer abroad, and I taught English to first graders. That was a memorable experience. One day, they actually taught me their own dance, and this was in Turkmenistan, but I was terrible at this, and we all laughed together. I love reading, and lately I have been into children's books that do teach life lessons. I'm also proud of a community project that I was involved in that I helped lead on childhood nutrition. And we did make healthy eating simple for busy families, and that I feel was an experience that I will cherish. I am drawn to pediatrics because I enjoy connecting with kids, and I love partnering with parents to make small, steady changes that do matter in the health of our kids and our patients. Please feel free to ask me any questions for my CV or anything that I just mentioned. Thank you again. Hopefully that was helpful. Now, the next answer will be on the theme of being a clear communicator. You enjoy learning, and you do like to educate other people. Well, thank you, Dr. Smith. And you do have my CV. I will refrain from diving into my scores, but I would want to mention a few things that are not as prominent about my life in general. I grew up in a family of teachers. So our dinner table always felt like a classroom, unfortunately, I would say. But anyways, my mom even tested her lessons plans on me, which of course taught me to be more curious and patient, and I would appreciate my own teachers in school as a similitude for my mother. Later on in college, I did give back. I mentored younger students and spent a year at a camp for children with disabilities. So that's one way of giving back that I felt it was very rewarding for myself. I will actually never forget blowing bubbles with a 7-year-old and seeing pure joy with each bubble. I also have helped with an early literacy program, and on weekends I look to bake. Currently, the challenge that I have for myself is macarons. They are a French dessert, and I will be working on that. Pediatrics fits me because I like explaining things clearly and finding the fun in learning and meeting kids at their level. And hopefully I will be a great resident at this program. And feel free to ask me any question that you may have regarding my academics or my extracurricular activities. Thank you again. Hopefully that was helpful, and you are communicating nicely as a human. You're not acting as if you have memorized any answer. So you have to practice your presentation. Hopefully this is helping. The theme for this answer will be a whole family care approach, building trust, building humility. Well, thank you, Dr. Smith, for giving me this opportunity, and glad to be here. And I will not touch in detail about my academics. However, you of course have that in my CV. Let me mention a few things that may not be mentioned. I was raised in a multicultural family, with my surroundings being multicultural, where Diwali and Ramadan flavors would be in the same kitchen and in the neighborhood. And my favorite memory is making 100 dumplings for my grandma. So I was very frequent in the kitchen. This all taught me care, patience, and pride in traditions and family values. I did also later in life work as a camp counselor for kids from many different backgrounds. And by the end of that summer, my wrist was actually covered with friendship bracelets. I'm also a avid trivia fan, and I love classical animated films as well. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is my favorite. Then Beauty and the Beast. Well, I think it helps to connect with kids. This also, of course, reminds me that simple stories can carry big truths. I've also organized a pediatric asthma education program in my community, and I have seen families grow more confident about caring for the kids' asthma at home. I'm truly excited for pediatrics because it combines a cultural understanding, involves creativity, and caring for the whole family. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and please feel free to ask any questions regarding this or anything related to my academics. Thank you so much again. All right, hopefully this was helpful. Be nice, be conversational. And if you really want some additional help, I have a whole program. You can check out the link in the description. And we are introducing AI, and AI is generating your answers. We have lectures, we have group sessions, everything you can find, as well as possibly connect with myself. Thank you so much. And check out this video. If you don't, you may lose out on your residency interviews.